Celtic are starting to get busy in the transfer window as we are set to agree a deal amidst a blizzard of agreements. We will cover this in today's video whilst going over all the latest Celtic news from the last 24 hours. But first, make sure you like this video and subscribe to the channel for more Celtic content. Frank McAvenny has called on Celtic to secure Brendan Rodgers' long-term future by offering the manager a new contract ahead of a pivotal summer for the club. Rodgers, who has 1 year remaining on his current deal, returned to Parkhead in 2023 following Ange Postecoglou's move to Spurs. Despite initial scepticism from sections of the support after his abrupt 2019 exit to Leicester, the Northern Irishman has quickly re-established his credentials, delivering more silverware and restoring trust in his leadership. Now, with a rebuild in the pipeline and the Champions League looming, McAvenny believes it would be wise business for Celtic to ensure Rodgers remains the man at the helm beyond next season. McAvenny said, "Brendan has got 1 year left on his contract. I would like to see that. My interest is that I would like to see him signing this year, signing on. I would love to see him extend," he said. Rodgers' return was seen as a gamble by some, but with trophies back on the shelf and the team consistently competing on all fronts, the move has paid off. With all the rumours surrounding numerous Celtic players, retaining Rodgers could be the biggest statement Celtic make this summer. As the transfer window prepares to open, attention will turn to player incomings, with at least one in the pipeline after Callum Osmond completed his medical. But locking down the manager could prove to be the club's most important piece of business. Now, for the main story, it's been revealed earlier that Fulham striker Callum Osmond was set for a medical ahead of a move to Celtic. And the latest update confirms he's now past that stage of the deal. Mark Hendry has reported that the 19-year-old has successfully come through his medical, putting him on the verge of completing a switch to Parkhead. The young Welshman is out of contract at Fulham, with Celtic due to pay a training compensation fee to land the forward. Osmond looks likely to become the first piece of business for Brendan Rodgers this summer, with the Hoops manager keen to strengthen his forward options. The striker impressed in Premier League 2 last season, scoring 10 and assisting 4 across 17 appearances. Importantly, our sources have indicated that Osmond is being lined up for the first team squad rather than a development role. With question marks surrounding Johnny Kenny's future, the teenager could get his chance sooner rather than later. Rodgers is understood to be a fan of Osmond's attributes, and the move represents a continuation of the club's focus on young talent with first-team potential. Celtic will now look to tie up the final details, but with the medical completed and terms progressing, Osmond's arrival could be confirmed before long. In other news, Scott Brown believes Lennon Miller has everything it takes to make the leap to Celtic and command a place in Brendan Rodgers' starting 11 after an eye-catching first start for Scotland. He made his Scotland debut on Friday against Iceland before making his fourth start in the 4-0 win in at the Rhine Park Stadium. The Motherwell midfielder impressed in the win over Liechtenstein, providing an assist and topping the charts for chances created, tackles made, fouls won, and duels won. It was the type of all-action performance that will only intensify transfer interest in the 18-year-old, who was named Scottish Premiership Young Player of the Year. Speaking to BBC Scotland, former Hoops captain Brown backed Miller to handle the demands of life at Parkhead. This is what he had to say. "You think, I can go to a Celtic and Rangers and I can break through there. The payslip is probably about 10 times bigger as well at the same time. What are the chances of you breaking through at a Rangers and Celtic? It's really, really hard. No, you've got to be really special. Lennon is really special. You can see it with his quality going forward, his calmness on the ball, but also nothing phases him. He's talking in front of the press. He's happy as Larry. He probably goes home and plays the PlayStation. He is really chilled. He's not a kind of big-time player," Brown concluded. Miller's teammate Andy Halliday has consistently said throughout the season that he doesn't expect the midfielder to stay in Scotland, tipping him instead for a move to mainland Europe. With interest growing, Celtic would face stiff competition to land the talented teenager, but Brown is convinced he could thrive at Parkhead. Most Celtic fans who tuned into the Scotland match last night are urging the club to splash the cash this summer. His natural quality is clear, and still only 18, he has a lot of development to undergo. In other news, Celtic have confirmed an exciting summer friendly against Portuguese champions Sporting CP as part of their pre-season preparations for the 2025 to 2026 campaign. The match will take place at the Estadio do Algarve on Wednesday, July 16th, following the squad's warm weather training camp in Portugal. While ticketing details and information for travelling fans are yet to be released, the fixture promises to be a standout occasion, pitting the champions of Scotland against one of Portugal's top sides. It marks the third confirmed fixture of Celtic's pre-season schedule, following the announcement of a friendly against Cork City in the Republic of Ireland on July 8th. After the clash with Sporting, Brendan Rodgers' side will return to Glasgow to face English League Cup holders Newcastle United before heading to Italy to take part in the inaugural Como Cup. The four-team tournament, hosted by Serie A side Como, will also feature Dutch heavyweights Ajax and Saudi Arabian outfit Al Ahly, making for a highly competitive end to Celtic's summer schedule. More details are yet to be released for this mini-tournament. With European qualifiers and another title defence on the horizon, Rodgers has opted for a demanding pre-season programme that will test his squad against top-level opposition. It's actually turned out to be quite an exciting pre-season for the boys, with some great trips for fans too. Lastly, Tottenham Hotspur are on the verge of appointing Thomas Frank as their new head coach, with the Brentford boss keen on stepping into the role vacated by former Celtic manager Ange Postecoglou. According to Fabrizio Romano, Frank is fully aware of Spurs' interest and has made it clear he wants the job. Talks between the two parties are believed to be at an advanced stage, with only formal steps and paperwork left before the Danish coach is officially unveiled in North London. Frank has built a strong reputation at Brentford, guiding them into the Premier League and establishing them as a competitive, well-drilled outfit. Postecoglou, despite delivering a historic Europa League title, was dismissed after a dismal league campaign saw Spurs finish 17th. His sacking shocked many, including the playing squad, but the club have moved swiftly to line up a replacement. Before his move to North London, Postecoglou made an unforgettable mark in Glasgow. Arriving in the summer of 2021 as a largely unknown quantity, the Australian faced early scepticism but swiftly silenced doubters by rebuilding a broken Celtic side in stunning fashion. In his first season, he delivered a League and League Cup double, restoring domestic dominance and reconnecting the club with its support through a fearless attacking brand of football. What followed was even more impressive. The 2022-2023 campaign saw Postecoglou's Celtic sweep all before them, clinching a world record 8th domestic treble. Players he recruited, many from the J-League, flourished under his guidance, while his humble but commanding presence made him a beloved figure at Parkhead. Though his time in Glasgow lasted just 2 seasons, the legacy he left behind remains significant. Whatever comes next for him, he'll always have a place in the hearts of the Celtic fans. What are your thoughts on these? Let us know down in the comment section below. Make sure you've liked this video and subscribe to the channel for more Celtic content.